When Jesus saw the crowds around him, he gave orders to cross to the other side of the lake. Then a teacher of the law came to him and said, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." Another disciple said to him, "Lord, first let me go and bury my father." But Jesus told him, "Follow me, and let the dead bury their own dead." Right, well, this is Emily.
Hi.
And Emily is an expert in early mornings. So I thought we'd ask Emily, what's your early morning routine? Go through your day.
Wake up, get out of bed, walk downstairs.
Downstairs.
Ask my mum to make me breakfast.
You've definitely missed out the fact that one of the cats will be on the stairs or at the bottom of the stairs or at the top of the stairs.
Stroke the cat.
Stroke the cat.
Ask my mum to get me breakfast.
Then eat the breakfast. Right.
Go back upstairs.
When do you have a coffee?
I don't like coffee. I've tried it, I don't like it.
You don't like coffee?
No.
Right, no coffee. Right, so what's next?
I go back upstairs.
Right.
Brush my teeth.
Right.
Get dressed.
Get dressed.
Normally ready for school, if not ready for parkrun or ready for church.
And then the coffee.
No. I go downstairs, get a cup of warm milk.
And then you put the coffee in there?
No, then I put the honey in there.
Right, mine's very different. I like to brush my teeth before I eat. I probably have a cup of coffee before I eat. Isn't it funny? We all do things slightly differently, don't we? So what has a morning routine got to do with this Bible verse? Well, interestingly, in Judaism, part of their morning routine is to say the Shema prayer every single morning. It's the first thing they have to do within Judaism. "Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one." And it's, yes, there's some tradition in it, but it's right out of Scripture. It's right out of the Old Testament. And it's what they become accustomed to do. I think for a Jewish person growing up, if they don't start the day with the Shema, it must feel very strange, very awkward, like they've put their shoes on the wrong feet, like something's up, because it becomes such a part of the starting of the day. It feels odd if they've not done it. So for your good Jewish person, before you get out and about, before you even leave the house, before you wander to work or go to school, you say this prayer, this sort of special prayer that points you to God. It starts your day right. But there is just one exception to that rule. There is an opportunity where something is deemed to be more urgent than that. The theologian Tom Wright points out that the one thing that you're allowed to do, sort of other than this daily Shema, there's one thing that's allowed to come first, and that's the burial of your father. Now, this is obviously quite touchy for me at the moment, because we've not yet buried my dad, who passed away recently, and that's hard. It's dragging on a bit. It took us a while, and in Jewish culture that happened super quickly. You got that done. That was a moment of respect. That was marking a moment. You had to sort out the proper and decent burial of your father if he had passed away. Now, this may sound really harsh, the words of Jesus here. What do you mean I'm not allowed to bury my father? But actually, if you know the culture, that is the one thing that is even more sort of important and timely than the Shema every single day, this prayer that you pray every single day, this is the one thing that trumps that, then you know that actually Jesus is not making a comment, don't bury your father. The comment that Jesus is making here is following him is the most important thing. There is nothing on earth that is more important than being a follower of Jesus. It is the key thing. I don't think Jesus wants me not to bury my dad. And the time's coming up and it will be hard. I don't think Jesus is telling me that. I don't think he's saying, don't bury your dad, follow me. I think what he's saying is just remember what is truly important. Remember what the priorities are. And more important than anything on earth is following Jesus, is being a Christian. That is the most important thing we can do. And it's hard for us to know what he's talking about in the text because we've lost a little bit of the meaning behind it. We've lost a little bit of that Jewish heritage. We need to know those two things. You know, that the Shema comes first, but the only thing that can trump it is the timely burial of a family member. But it makes the point nonetheless. And where is following Jesus in our priority list? What comes above it? Because we also know that's in danger of becoming an idol. So think to yourself, challenge yourself now. Is there anything that comes above Jesus? Would I have an excuse when Jesus says, follow me, do this? Am I saying, but this, but that, but whatever? Because whatever but we put in, whatever comes above following Jesus, that might be an issue, a worry, and an idol.